Meet Dexter, meet Christina. Say hello, you two. It's them. They are Sideboob and The Dude.
Life is a highway. I'm gonna ride it all night long. Unless I'm not the one who's driving the night shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, road trips.
Traveling.
That's what we're talking about if you didn't gather that.
I hope you did, because otherwise we're going to have to sing it again.
Life is a highway.
I want to ride it
all night long. I like how I Beyonce'd that.
I've apparently turned into Michael Jackson
or
partway through
something.
that, so
I don't know what we did there.
I don't know. Sideboob The Dude.
Hey!
What's up?
Clearly, if you took us on a road trip, we would be very annoying.
Yeah, don't take us on a road trip unless, just don't take us on a road trip.
You know what? Actually, the last road trip that I took was just a few weekends ago. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, the three of us in the vehicle were equally as annoying, but didn't annoy each other. But what we did for about an hour was sing 30 seconds of songs.
Beautiful.
And then we realized, hey, there's a radio. We could turn that on. That works.
I don't know. I kind of like the thought of just providing your own soundtrack. That sounds like fun.
It was really fun, actually. And it wasn't like we were doing it together. It was like one person would stop and the other one would have a song ready in their head and just start singing it. And then we would chime in.
Good.
And then someone else would continue it.
I like that game. That sounds like fun.
Hey, you can use that next time. Guess the song.
We can add that to the list of things to do on a road trip.
Yay.
Which is what we're going through.
See, we're being helpful.
Oh, already.
I like
Rarely are we helpful, but this week, helpful.
I don't know. We don't really know exactly what we're talking about with road trips. It's kind of a bit of like, hey, here's some etiquette. Mm-hmm. Here's some things you could do.
Yep.
And stuff.
Some things you probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Or we'll leave it up to debate. We'll see what happens.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
We're just going to say what we think is right.
Yep. So I think we should
agree.
start probably with the things that you're going to need for your road trip.
Yes.
So, for example, let's just say, like, food.
Yeah.
You're going to want to bring some food.
And a lot of food and all kinds of different types of food.
Yes. And more often than not, probably not things that are the best for you.
No, that's usually what happens. I mean, I would recommend probably having a bag of apples or something.
Definitely.
Especially if you're going on a long road trip where you're driving for a really long time.
Like a couple days kind of thing, yeah.
Because chips, well, I mean, you could live off of peanut butter sandwiches and chips.
You easily could.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
The only thing that sucks, though, is like the food that normally is reserved as being like healthy and good for you is also the food that's really hard to keep in its proper state. Well, that's because you're not going to have a fridge or anything.
Well, that was the thing I was just going to bring up. The other thing about road trips is a certain amount of space depending on how many people are in the vehicle with you.
Yeah.
So to have a cooler, it may or may not be possible unless you want to make someone the actual bitch in the back seat who has to hold the cooler or put it between their legs.
Yeah, because, I mean, depending on the size of your cooler is going to decide on whether or not how many people you're going to take on this trip.
Exactly. And I know a lot of you were thinking, but what about the road beers? They're illegal.
They are illegal, which is why every time you stop and you want to have beers, you got to down them all.
Yeah.
Just get her done.
Or just do it.
Or just do it. We're not going to tell them.
I would have road beers for sure. I would probably sit bitch just to have road beers.
Will you crack me one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, intake of the amount of fluids you have.
Yep.
Can be a hindering factor on your road trip too, depending on how many piss breaks you have to take.
Definitely. And especially if you need to get somewhere in an allotted amount of time. Like if you're going, let's say you're going on a road trip to a concert and you need to be there before the concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you can't be stopping all willy-nilly just to piss on the highway.
And for guys, like, I mean, you guys can whip it out wherever. We've gone over this before and how it's my dream if I could be a boy for a day to pee standing up anywhere.
Everywhere.
But being a girl, it's hard.
Yep.
As we just had the Parade of Lights.
Yeah, yes.
There was a huge lineup they only had 2 sets of porta potties.
Yeah, there was 4 porta potties for this entire parade.
Like, there are thousands of us lined up waiting in the cold outside forever because they make us go down there early.
Way too early. Parade starts at 6. What time did we have to be down there? Like 2 hours before it was actually supposed to start?
Ridiculous. And it's like a lineup of little kids who need to pee.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to stand in front of like 8 kids behind me to pee. I feel like an asshole. Mm-hmm. So Dexter totally broed it out with me. Went into the woods just for far enough that I think no one could see, but then he stood in front of me while I peed like in the shrubs.
Yep.
And that's basically what you need to do on road trips too. You need to have a piss buddy.
Yeah, I got your back.
You can't get lost in the woods.
Piss buddies for life, bud. Right here. Me and you.
I peed on your shoes, I think.
I'm pretty sure you did.
It was downhill. There was nothing that could be done.
I just didn't draw any attention to it. I didn't want to make you feel bad, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm feeling this right now.
Yeah, like it was downhill. What are you going to do, right? I guess next time I am the one who stands in front of you and you can piss on my feet too.
That's the thing with being a guy, though, is really like I can kind of just stand in front of myself. I'll just turn my back and it's like, you don't know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But I would appreciate, the extra set of eyes looking out, making sure nobody's coming.
No deers are coming to.
No deer are coming to,
peck at your thingy.
Just stab me in the ass with their crazy horns they got going on there, their antlers.
Yeah, so maybe don't take the food out of your car out into the woods to pee with you to attract animals.
Don't attract bears while you're trying to pee in the woods.
Oh, but pee in the woods, I guess. That's part of our road trip etiquette.
I guess.
Because peeing your pants, not enjoyable for anyone in that vehicle.
No. Unless you're ditching the pants. If you piss yourself and then throw your pants out the window and put on a new pair, then I guess, but
no, it's still not good. The seat gets all wet and contaminated.
True, yeah, you're right.
Unless you're really crafty and can pee in a bottle.
Yeah, but if you're getting that crafty, then you're doing all right. You don't really need to worry about it.
If you were that crafty though, when you were peeing in a bottle and I was the one driving, I would hit some serious bumps. Oh my god, yeah. And piss would be everywhere.
Yeah, I've done that before. There's been road trips where I'm just gonna pee in this bottle and then just ditch the bottle.
Totally.
I've done that. Not countless times, but I've done it before.
It's happened.
Oh yeah. And you don't and nobody helps you in that situation.
No.
The driver is going to be an asshole, especially if it's not their car. That's the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're taking turns at the wheel, which you kind of need to do when you're on a road trip.
Absolutely.
And you end up driving and it's not your car. Somebody's peeing in a bottle. You're damn right I'm going to try and make that go everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to totally F with them. Which brings us to another point about whether or not you fuck with someone on road trips.
Yes.
I was Googling about road trip etiquette.
Googling, yes.
And a lot of them said don't fall asleep. Are you kidding me?
Road trips are forever.
I'm going to fall asleep at some point during this road trip.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going overnight. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
But do the same rules apply at a party? We brought this up before we started. Mm-hmm. Can you fuck with the person who's asleep, or do you leave them when it's a road trip?
I think this is something that needs to be decided on a road trip to road trip basis.
Because I'm thinking if you're taking turns driving, it's not nice to fuck with your friend who's asleep.
Because if you're falling asleep in this road trip, it's probably because at some point you're going to have to drive. Mm-hmm. And personally, I would rather my driver be a little more alert.
Well, I'm just thinking it's the safety of everyone in the vehicle. If you don't let someone sleep,
exactly.
You need to. When driving.
If you can get away, let's say, with writing on their face without them waking up,
and they don't notice until the end of the road trip, because who looks at themselves in the mirror?
Check that?
Yeah, you don't check yourself out when you're road tripping.
I would hope not.
You're dirty as hell. Yeah. You're pissing in bottles.
What do you care? you know the 4 people that are in there with you.
You probably know them very well, and at this point,
now you do for sure.
You've smelt their farts for sure.
Definitely.
100%.
Especially if you're on a winter road trip. Oh, you can't even roll the windows down.
No, you can't. And then they get all smelly in the armpit area
from the heat in the car. Ugh, it's just like a festering, ecosphere of stink.
Ecosphere of stink. I'm going to get a tattoo of that one.
An ecosphere of stink. Can I draw it and then just have somebody permanently tattoo it?
Can we do it during a road trip?
Yes.
Check, 1, 2. This is old Greg. You're listening to Sideboob and The Dude.
Love games.
I'm old Greg. I've got a mangina.
Do you love me?
Man, Dexter, that thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
Thing you do sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's really bugging me, okay?
Is it that thing where I do everything for you?
Yeah, it's bugging me.
I'm sorry.
It's bugging the hell out of me. And if we were in a car right now and we were going somewhere on a road trip, I'd talk about it for the entire time with you.
You're going to hash it out? Hash it out mid-road trip? That's what you're going to do?
Yes, because where are you going to go?
You're right. Is it just me and you on this hypothetical road trip?
No.
Or are we going to completely disrupt everybody else in that car?
There are other people in the car with their own opinions who get to chime in on our personal life.
Okay. All right. So that's your vote? You're going to hash out everything mid-road trip?
Yes. Well,
because I'm thinking you save it.
Maybe on the way back.
Yeah, because on the way back, you're allowed to hate everyone you're with.
But I'm thinking, too, when you hash things out normally, when you're friends, you get better afterwards. Like,
oh, you totally do.
You're like, oh, no, I love you. Like, it's fine. And then you have a better trip. And
but how often is that instant?
Yeah, but you might be festering something the entire time you're away on your road trip that's
okay,
bothering you the entire time, and you're waiting until the road trip back home to bring it up.
That's true. That would suck.
That I couldn't do. It would drive me insane. I would just get drunk off tequila and be like, you fucking bastard.
That's fair.
You stupid-faced idiot. And then
You've been thinking about this for a while.
We would drunkenly fight, and there would be bloody eyes and noses and things.
Yeah. Then there'd be tears and hugging and all as well.
Yeah. So why not just on the way there be like, so, about that thing that you did, I hate you. And then you do a lot of this!
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, man, I'm sorry. Can we bro it out? And then you sing, love is a highway.
I want to ride it.
All night long.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, totally.
Do you agree?
Totally.
I
do now. I mean, I was a little skeptical about, just making everybody else sit through that.
Yeah, but I think
also
your
agree.
friends are, either way they know about it. If you're tight friends,
yeah, you're right.
They know about it anyway, and they've separately talked to both of you about it and said probably the same thing to both of you.
Yeah.
So now they get to actually say how they really feel because you're both there.
Totally. You're right. I wasn't thinking of it that way. I was thinking of it more like let's say something happened with two people in the car and the other people don't know about it. And then you're going to make them sit through all that awkward crap where they have literally know where they can go.
Well, it's going to be awkward for the other people.
Oh, it totally is.
But in hopes that those other people would just be like, you two are being stupid dummies.
Yes.
And
if
that
you're
would
all
actually
good enough
stop
friends,
it.
totally. Have you ever gone on a road trip and you've had somebody with you that you're you don't know? Like let's say you're on that road trip, right? And you have your friend and your friend's significant other.
It's always a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Doesn't that suck?
You plan this out. It's like you and three of your best friends.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's one more seat. So
Can I
some
bring my boyfriend?
asshole has to bring their stupid girlfriend or boyfriend. And you're like, oh, all I want to do is fucking fart the entire time.
Yes.
And now I feel like I can't.
Yes.
And I'm going to do it anyway. And they're going to think I'm so weird.
Yep. And then how bad do you feel for the poor fucker that has to sit in the back seat with the couple? That
They're like
sucks.
holding hands and looking into
That
each eyes
sucks.
longingly.
I actually am the asshole that sits between them. Because I'm
Nice.
just like, no.
No, that's perfect.
It's like, no. We are on this trip as friends. You guys can be all lovey-dovey when we get to a pit stop.
Yeah.
While we're in this car, we are all equal, and you two suck. So
Yeah.
sit there.
Separate. You do not get to hold hands. They hold hands over top of you.
Or
You're like, God damn it.
they put their hands up behind you on the headrest. It's just like, get away from me. Don't touch me.
And you have all these inside jokes when you're with your friends.
Yeah,
it happens
totally.
every time. And that one person isn't involved. So then you start feeling bad because you're saying things that
Yep.
no one else on the planet except for you and these three other people
Exactly.
understand. And then there's one alien person there
Yep.
laughing awkwardly.
And you have to try and explain it to them so they're in on it. And then it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it to you. I don't get how this inside joke started.
And
we
then
just do it.
You play the games. You played the road trip
road
games.
trip games.
And that person too doesn't know the game. And then you have to explain the game to them 3 or 4 times until they get it.
Yep. Mind you, I play a lot of really weird road games that I have to explain every time I play it, like the smart car headbutt. I don't
What's
know if
this?
you're aware of the smart car headbutt. It's kind of like the punch buggy, but better because you headbutt people. So anytime you
Ow.
see a smart car, you just thrust your head at them. And you're like, smart car headbutt.
That's always safe when someone's
It's never
driving.
safe. My buddy Barrett and I actually were driving along one day, and we both see the same smart car, and we both go for it. We both go for it. I'm driving, and we just went boom, and we just smacked our heads together. It was just like, oh, head rush.
It actually explains a lot about your intelligence.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really road trip game it up too
No?
much. We padiddle it. I mean, that's
Oh,
pretty
you have to
classic,
padiddle.
right? But we padiddle different than I realize than other people do. Our padiddling is you padiddle. Obviously, a headlight.
Should we explain this?
Do we need to? Okay.
I feel like we don't need to, but maybe.
Classic padiddle headlight. One of them's out. You hit the top of the roof of the car. Padiddle.
You say padiddle. You get a
Bam.
point.
You get a
or
point.
whatever it is you do.
We have this secret way to play padiddle where you could be this secret person who doesn't padiddle at all and then wins. Because
Oh, right. You were explaining this.
Yeah, as
Go
soon
on.
as you go by a cow pasture,
Yeah.
the first person to yell, cows! They take everyone in the car's padiddles. So you could be the silent killer. And you just win. But we don't win anything. There's nothing that happens after that. It's just we get padiddle props.
Yeah, well, see, we actually have a prize, kind of.
Yeah.
We have a power, I guess, that's bestowed on you. Whereas if you win the padiddle off, by the time you get to wherever you're going. Then however many you won by, like let's say I had 7 and you had 5, then I had 2 more than you, I get to punch you twice.
I like that.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's more than 2 people in the car, then you get to divide it out. You're like, okay, I won by 6 padiddles and there's 3 of you. I could give you each 2, or I could be a dick and give them all to one of you.
And you always give them all to one.
And then you start like bartering with your friends. Be like, you don't want to get punched? What are you gonna do for me? I got 2 of them left. They can both be yours.
I see you have some Smarties left in the treat bag.
Yeah.
You could give me those in exchange for these punches.
I can be bought with candy.
Why does everyone try to play cards on a road trip too?
I don't know.
It's
the worst idea.
Like that little middle part between the passenger and the driver.
But it's slanted. And it's just like they're not gonna stay there. You're gonna lose those cards between the seats.
It's like really the only centered place that's flat that everyone can play on.
Yeah, everybody can reach it.
And then if I'm the driver, I always make the person in the passenger seat play for me. So I'm still involved in the game.
Yeah.
But I can still be alert and I'm not actually playing. So they're playing for 2, always.
Totally. I like that.
Yeah, but then the cars, they go everywhere.
Oh, everywhere. Every time. And then you end up you're playing your 3rd round. You're like, okay, guys, we're playing without the 6 of clubs now and without the jacks. All 4 jacks are gone now.
What about music, though? Most of the time, me and my friends get together and we're cool with the type of music that's playing. But I have one friend who's a metal guy.
Yeah.
And he's the only one in our group.
Yeah.
And
there's always one.
It's you have to give. Do you have to give him his half hour of metal music when I want to kill myself?
Well, the way that I always go with it is driver gets final veto regardless. Mm-hmm. But the way I do it is whoever's riding shotgun is in charge of putting on music.
Okay.
So they got to deal with picking it out, and then the driver can just be like, no, next song.
Yeah.
Everybody else can be like, I don't want to listen to this, and then you have to vote on it.
See, here's how I think. Well, first of all, if it's not an overly long road trip and you only have one person driving, the person driving gets to pick the music.
Totally.
Because they're freaking driving you.
They get final vote.
It's probably their car.
Probably.
So, F off, and they get to pick. Mm-hmm. If you're rotating through drivers, then whoever's driving picks the music for that period of time that they're driving. Because you know what? They have to be the ones who are the most alert and in the best mood because, again,
they're in charge of your safety.
Their feet are in charge of your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I normally give it to the person riding shotgun because they can focus on it. They're like, okay, my job is music.
Yeah.
I'm on this.
Yeah.
And then it's just they just talk it out with the driver. They're like, "What? Do you want to do this next?" It's like, "Yeah, I want to do that next." Mm-hmm. And then they're just in charge of dealing with the music, be it CDs, be it the iPod, be it cassette. If you're really kicking it old school,
depending on the car that you have,
you
might have to use your parents' old beater car that only has a cassette player, or an AM radio,
and hopefully you have one of those little tape things that has the cord coming out of it that you can plug into your iPod. Those things?
Yes.
That's the most genius invention as far as I'm concerned. Modern medicine, that's cool and everything, but I have a cassette that can play my iPod.
Oh, Dexter. Yeah, okay, sure, I'll give that one to you.
You'll agree with me on that? Okay, good.
Do you enjoy the journey while going? A lot of people are like, okay, this is my destination.
Mm-hmm.
I'm this place, stop here to pee, get refreshments, gas up, then there.
I am fully for taking the extra time to get there so that if you come across anything in your journey, you can stop and you can just look at it.
Yeah, would you just look at that?
Just look at it.
Just take a look at that. Would you look at this? Would
and
you
then
look at that?
And then back to that.
I'm the same. I would rather leave earlier so that we can just make random stops. Places.
Exactly.
Because it's fucking awesome.
Exactly.
The world is our fucking oyster and shit.
And there's going to be so many things too where you're just driving along and you find you go off, let's say you take a wrong exit and you're driving through this random city in Michigan, let's say. You're driving through Michigan, you find this random city and you're like, "Oh my God, it's the world's biggest shoe. They have it here in this random town in Michigan. Let's stop and take pictures with this shoe."
Absolutely.
And your driver's like, "No, we got a schedule to keep."
I hate. There's always one in the car. One fucking little bitch who
Yep.
just wants to get there as soon as friggin' possible. Yammering about how we don't have enough time. Blah,
Yep.
blah, 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 blah.
It's the worst if you have to meet somebody. If you're staying at somebody's house and you're like, "We have to be there before they go to work or whatever they're doing." It's just ugh.
It's why didn't we just get a hostel or sleep?
Exactly.
Sleep
in the car.
On top of each other.
Okay, here's the next one then. If you have the room,
Yeah.
do you sleep in the car, save the money, or Do you get a hotel, hostel, motel, whatever you're doing, and save the sanity?
I could sleep in a car for one night.
Okay.
Longer than that, no way. But tenting. I'd just fucking tent.
I like that. I like that better. Tenting. Yeah. Totally.
I mean, maybe not now because it's cold as shit.
Well, it is cold.
But when doable, tent.
I like it.
I mean, it does take up an extra amount of space.
Yeah, plus you get the time that you have to actually set up, tear down kind of thing.
Yeah, whatevs.
Whatevs.
I bet you could strap it to the top of the car or something.
Yeah.
Right?
If you had one of those roof rack things.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Latching things to the top of a roof, that's one thing. But I mean, regardless of how pissed off you get at your friends, you cannot make it an excuse to strap one of them to the roof and put the tenting stuff in the car.
Well.
Christina. Dexter. Sideboob and the Dude.
So, some trips you can't drive.
No.
Sometimes you have to take other means to get there, but those journeys are also just as fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Trains.
for example, like I mean, I personally I've gone down. I haven't gone very far. I've gone as far south as Florida, and as far west. Yeah, west as Winnipeg. That's it.
So you're an old person.
I'm an old person.
That's
is what you're saying.
telling me.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, Winnipeg is probably, it's all right. It's cold at all times, and it's full of mosquitoes at all times.
Ew.
But my aunt's cabin is pretty close, and the cabin is the shit.
That's nice.
So it's worth it.
And you got an infinite amount of fanny packs when going to Florida.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. But I mean, we got to go to Disney World and SeaWorld and all that fun stuff. Ride the roller coasters and be old.
You're old, yeah.
It was weird though because I was right after the age of going to Disney World. It was it didn't make any sense. My brother was the perfect age. He was 4 or 5.
Awesome.
So it was I was 17, 16.
Oh, you don't want to go to Disney.
So I was just yeah, I want to ride these rides. I definitely want to ride these rides. But it's just I don't want to go to all these breakfasts and all this other stuff. It's come on. Just let me wander off.
I have pent up Disneyland anger from being a kid.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Please go on.
So my life plan from 5 to about 9 was to go to motherfucking Disneyland.
Disneyland or Disney World?
I didn't
Disney
know the
World
difference.
is the shit. It's huge.
I didn't know anywhere there was fucking Mickey Mouse.
Some sort of Disney.
And I could fucking meet him in real life.
Fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
So me and my grandparents made this plan that we would save a certain amount of money if I did house chores and shit.
Okay.
So I worked my little 5-year-old ass off.
Yeah.
Till I was 9.
Yeah.
Saving up this money.
You worked your 5-year-old ass off until you were 9.
Yes.
Amazing.
And there was a point in my life where I also decided I wanted to play the piano, which I'm not convinced was really my idea. I think it was my parents.
I really doubt it was your idea.
I think it was my mom's because that's what she always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Mom. The
money that was saved from being a 5-year-old to being a 9-year-old.
No.
Somehow.
No, Christina.
Turned from Disneyland money into buying Christina piano money.
That
without
is nowhere near the same.
Asking me if it was okay. So
that is nowhere near the same. It's here's this thing that you have to work really hard at before you're any good and it's tolerable for you to play with. Or you could go to the happiest place on earth.
Needless to say, I did not play piano for much longer after 9.
That's fair.
Only a few more years, and then I quit that shit.
That's fair. Tired of tickling those ivory keys.
Still never met Mickey Mouse.
Oh. Want a road trip to Florida?
Yes.
Okay,
someone take me to Florida, freaking Disneyland, and somebody buy me one of those fucking Barbie Jeeps, okay? The 2 things in my life as a kid I wanted. I never got them.
I was not expecting Barbie Jeep. Yes, I was thinking those Mickey Mouse hats, but no, Barbie Jeep.
No, fucking that pink-ass Barbie Jeep that you could actually physically drive around.
Oh, you want that big fucker?
Yes.
Not the one that your Barbie fits in, the one that you fit in.
If you have kids, don't let them listen to this, but this is when I knew that Santa wasn't real.
That's fair.
Actually, I knew Santa wasn't real forever, and I ruined it for a lot of kids in elementary school.
You were that kid?
Yes, I totally was.
Why?
Because I was 4 and I knew there was no Santa Claus.
All right.
I didn't want these kids getting manipulated by their parents.
By the system?
Yeah.
Look at you. Sideboob at the age of 5, raging against the machine over there.
I know.
Jesus.
Working to go to Disneyland, telling everyone there's no Santa.
Yeah, look at her. Just in her old age at the ripe age of 7.
Anyway, I'm really glad that you got to go to the land of Mickey Mouse. Did you meet him?
I did. He said hi.
Did you take a picture with him?
I did. I'll show you.
I kind of want to see it.
I'll show you right now. Do you want to take a break and I'll show you the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dexter.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me, you know?
He loves his food and is always in a good mood. It's the dude.
That or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Under heavy fire from an unknown enemy, the SS Sideboob prepares Project Fluff for its ultimate inquest.
Elvis, it's time to unleash Project Fluff.
We can't. They're all shook up.
We don't have time for your shit, Elvis.
Why? I'm just a big hunk of love.
Elvis, you're acting crazy.
Blue Moon in Kentucky. Cocaine.
No, Elvis, no more cocaine.
Oh, that's all right, baby. Uh-huh.
Ugh, let's just get these sheep into space. Are their lasers calibrated?
Sure friggin' looks like it.
Captains, we need Project Fluff out there, or we don't stand a chance.
Yeah, that's all interesting, what with the death and danger and all that. But on the other hand, look at Elvis's lip curl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Warning, incoming call. Warning, incoming call.
Space Dude and The Boob.
Oh, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, Hector.
Shut up, Elvis.
What do you want from us, Hector?
I want your destruction.
Come on, stupid voice defibrillator. I didn't get the warranty either.
I'm pretty sure there's an app for that. Let me check. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, there's totally an app for that.
Don't help him. He wants you dead.
Uh-huh.
Silence! You all die now!
Wait! Okay, I just want to know, how the hell do you people always end up on this fucking screen?
Isn't it obvious? I'm in love with your computer!
No, that's not obvious at all!
Warning, incoming feelings. Insert little man.
This just got really awkward.
Uh-huh.
Shut up, Elvis.
Who died and made you king anyway?
Before I kill you all, hey, Sideboob, let's see that side boob of yours.
Warning, taking a bitch down. Warning, taking a bitch down.
Oh my god, death is coming. I am not prepared for this
Dude, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Crew, you okay?
I think my spleen is supposed to be on the inside, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
Elvis.
Where are we?
I don't know. Open the hatch.
Dude? Sideboob? Where in this vast galaxy did the SS Sideboob land? Who is this mysterious California dreamer? How the fuck do you date a computer voice? Does this mean Elvis never died?
Uh-huh.
Tune in next time to find out.
Christina.
Look at that side boob.
She's rude, she's lewd, she's side boob.
That turn you on? Well, it shouldn't, because that's my side boob.
So, Dexter, you might have been able to meet Mickey Mouse, but I went to Gollum's cave.
Ah, yeah, you did, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
How was the land down under?
It was good. I spent the greater part of a year.
Wow.
In New Zealand.
I have a question about this, actually, because I've said the land down under referring to New Zealand, and do they get mad at this? Because it's still down under as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. You're physically lower than I am.
Think about the debates that Canadians have with Americans.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I'm already on board.
Yeah, well, extend that by about 1,000%.
Really?
And that is the hatred for New Zealand Kiwis towards Aussies.
Really?
They don't like each other.
Huh.
Like, at all.
Learn something new every day.
Nope, they don't like it. They think Australians are idiots.
Interesting.
And vice versa. They don't like each other at all.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. So, okay, you spent a year in New Zealand. Why? What were you there for? What were you doing?
I wasn't there for anything.
Out of high school, travel in the world kind of?
Yeah, it was like one of those moments where you just are like, hey, how about I just go to New Zealand instead of trying to figure out my life?
Good plan.
Yeah, my friends had already been over in Australia, and they were going to do a little stint in New Zealand and then Fiji and then go home. Mm-hmm. So before they left, they were like, why don't you just meet us over there? And I was like, oh, yeah, totally. Like, I was still in high school. They were a year older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so going to do that. And then they left, and I was like, I should really actually do that.
Yeah.
I don't think my mom actually thought that I was going until she took me to the airport.
Wow.
Because, like, think about it. Your 18-year-old kid's like, so, Mom, I'm going to go to the exact opposite side of the world for a while and just, do my own thing, not really have a home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Figure it out as I go.
Yeah. So I did that. Yeah. Backpacked. It was super fun. It feels like a million years ago and like a different life now. It's fine.
I knew I shouldn't have brought this up with you.
It makes me sad. I'm going to go back someday, though, because it's the most beautiful place on the planet.
I had full intentions and full plans to go down to Australia for a year, and then
life got the better of you.
No, it had nothing to do with me. Fucker got a girlfriend and didn't want to come anymore, so I didn't have a travel buddy.
You know what?
I need a new travel buddy.
You can do it by yourself.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because I want to go with somebody.
Well, then somebody go with Dude so we can stop whining about it.
Will you come with me?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
See?
I don't know why I ask other people to do things. You just automatically say yes.
Yeah, I'm that friend that you can call up at
Perfect.
Like 1 a.m. being like, I am super drunk, but I would like to continue drinking, and I'm going to party.
That you're not going to answer that phone call.
What are you doing?
I called you at 8 o'clock, and you'd be like, I'm in bed.
That's because it's a Tuesday.
So?
Friday, Saturday on my...
Come on now.
I'm up all night partying.
It's Sideboob.
Types.
Come on. You're making fun of me all the time for being this little, you never drink. Yeah. And you won't even pick up the phone at 8 o'clock.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. Come on now.
I'm really bad on my phone.
I know you are.
Just proving my point that I'm fun and awesome.
You are fun and awesome. You just don't answer the goddamn phone.
Well, then find another way, right?
All right, smoke signals it is.
Get a bird to bring it to my window.
Be
old school.
I'm just going to start showing up. Just be like, you don't have a choice. You're coming with me.
Okay.
All right.
I'd put pants on, because otherwise I'm not wearing pants.
No, not at all. I hate wearing pants at home.
Sideboob the Dude
and no pants.
I'm all Greg.
Yeah, I know you are. You've told me 89 times now.
You're listening to Sideboob and the Dude.
I don't love you. And to be honest, you're starting to get on my nerves a bit now. If anything, I find you slightly pathetic. So deal with that.
I'm all Greg.
Maybe I will deal with it. Maybe I'll deal with it the way I dealt with Curly Jefferson.
What are you doing in my podcast?
On a fresh shaved upper lip, stubble grows into hair. Warm smell of aftershave rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw the shimmering mow. My hair grew heavy and my mow came in. Damn it, grow overnight. Halfway through November, funds are coming in thick. And I was thinking to myself, this could be Handel or Fu Manchu. Then she whipped out a small comb and she groomed it away. There were bros down the corridor. I thought I heard them say,
hey dude, I like your stash.
Welcome to Sideboob and the Dude. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room here with Sideboob and the Dude. Any time of year, you can find us here.
On YouTube.
Or on Twitter.
SB.
Letter N.
The Dude.
Bitches.